In this video tutorial, I'm going to walk you through the process of importing a database into the Mortgage Web Success system. First thing you'll want to do is have your file in an Excel format, and then you're going to want to save that as a CSV. That's what we recommend the most, is just to use a CSV file. Very common. So in Excel, you just select File, Save As, and you should be able to select the comma separated values option. Now there are some other .csv options, MS-DOS and Windows. I would just go with the common format comma separated values option of .csv. I'm assuming the others will work, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't tested those. So we'll want to make sure that that file is saved as a .csv. Name it, put it on your desktop. And the other thing here with the actual file itself, I recommend that you have names for each column. So as you see in row 1, we've got first name, last name, company, mobile, email. So it doesn't matter what those names are because you're going to map them in one of the steps of this import wizard. So one other thing you may want to do in your first name, and by the way, we need email in order to import, or you can just have the mobile number as well. But of course, you're not going to be able to email anyone. So if you upload a list and you don't have emails, but it does have a mobile number, it will upload that as a contact. But when an email is sent to that contact list or that email list, it will not email that person that doesn't have an email. So in this case, this is perfect information because you got first name, last name, company, mobile, email. We have a lot of fields which we're going to list on this on the import page, the actual fields that are allowed. You can upload birthdays. You can also upload a loan anniversary date. Those are two of the big ones. The others are mainly your street, your address. So you can upload all of that information, and you can also upload home phone and work phone as well. So there are 3 phone fields that you can upload. So one more thing about this list here is something that you'll want to do is make sure, I see this very often, you'll have people's names, and this is a perfect example. In the first name field, Margaret M. Well, Margaret probably does not go by Margaret M. So you probably want to remove out, if you can, the actual initial here. And also, you really, a lot of these that are, when they're all capped, that's not a very good thing because our emails allow you to personalize with first name. Well, you can personalize with a lot of information, but 99% of the time you're only going to use the personalization with the first name. So if you can, I would make these a proper cap. And there is a function in Excel that allows you to do that. So what you do is you would say insert function, and you would put it in a field that you can actually, maybe over here, in this case in F and G. And so then you would just select proper, which, let me see if I can type that in there. So proper, and then you select this field, and then I click enter, and you can see that it makes that proper. Now, what you have to do when you copy that, right click, copy, put it over here under Susan, and then edit, paste special. You need to use paste special, and you need to select the values option. So that's how, otherwise what it'll do is it'll just copy that formula over there. So that's the way to edit that. It's actually very quick because I could have just pulled that all the way down. Once I had it pulled it all the way down, and it would have selected all of these as well. It would have actually fixed all of those. So once you've got your database set up, then you can go ahead and go into Contact Manager, Import, and then you'll see we've got our import policy here, and then it tells you the file formats. Now .txt and .tab and .tsv are all allowed. For this video, I'm only doing .csv. It's the one I recommend because 9 times out of 10, you're going to have it in an Excel spreadsheet, and you could just save as a CSV. So now we're going to choose our file. So click Choose File here. And in my case, I have this on the desktop. And now I have two options because I just wanted to show you that there are two options. One has the field names in the row 1, like I showed you. The other does not. You can import without them. I think it's a little bit harder. So I like to have field names across in the actual row 1. So I'm going to click on Test Import. I'm going to click Open. And then you see this is by default is checked. First line contains field names because 9 times out of 10 you're going to have those. Click Upload and Continue. And then, as you see, our system will recognize some of the field names and go ahead and match it. Now, if you used something odd here, it may not match it. But commonly, first name without a space, it's going to pick that up. And then last name, and then company, and then mobile, it even picked up, and then email, it also picked up. So in this case, we don't have to change any of this. Now, if there's something that you don't have there, it could say skip column, so you may want to skip column. But these are the options that we have. And a couple of these you're not able to see at the bottom, which is after custom field 9, custom field 10, birthday, lease in date, which is something else that we're testing, and then there's loan anniversary. So you may want to use birthday and loan anniversary. And for the birthday and loan anniversary, you only need the month and the day. So you want to put it in month, day, year. You can import month, day, and year all together, but we really only need month and day. And so now I'm going to click. So this is actually telling us here that there are 5 total columns and 520 rows of data. So that means 520 rows of data is going to be imported. So now I'm going to click Save and Continue, and this is the final step here, which is to select the category, which is just the organization of your leads. Now you can, a lot of people use the system as basically a CRM to follow the client through different underwriting, loan approved, even down here below here, you can't see this, is Realtor A, Realtor B, Realtor C. So you can set this up. In this case, I'm just going to select the category as Realtor. And then this is the most important part of this page, the email list. You want to make sure that you put these people on an email list so you can select that list to email them later. So that is very, very, very important. So we're going to select... in my case here, I've got, this is my demo account, so I've got a lot of different lists. I'm going to select this Realtors list here. And then I would click Finish and Import. And if I do that, then that's going to upload those leads into that Realtors list. Now, you can subscribe them to an automatic drip campaign or an autoresponder or automatic follow-up campaign. You can subscribe them to one. It's very important if you do that. They are going to start receiving messages right away. So be very careful with that. Assigning to a partner. If you're using our co-branding, you can go ahead and assign that list to a partner. So if you've got an insurance agent who've given you their database, and believe it or not, they will, because most of them aren't following up, and you tell them that you can follow up with these leads with one of our Set It and Forget It campaigns, then you could go ahead and add that partner into the system, and then they would show up here in the list, and you can append each lead to that partner at own import as you're importing. So that is pretty much it for the import wizard. And hopefully, I think this is a lot easier than our older process. So hopefully that's helped. And let us know at support@mwshelp.com if you do have any problems.